guys, welcome back to the channel. Again, we've got something new that came in. This is so it's one of the 385 ISs, but this is an EVO 2, right? So this guy's actually coming for a complete spray job. So it's coming for a color change. It is an original car, but the car went in somewhere else and it ended up blow over. The color is wrong and there's a couple of issues with the spray job. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through a color change, but we're going to do it a little bit differently, right? Firstly, we're going to get it back to the Calypso red. This has got more purple in the color, if you guys can see. We're going to go through with we're going to get it back to Calypso red, but the process that we're going to follow in this color change is it's going to be very simple, right? Obviously your bumpers are going to come off and they're going to be split up. The kit is definitely going to come off. Your indicators are going to come off. Your front windscreen, your rear windscreen is going to come off with the door rubbers. Your bearings are all going to come off. Your window bearings are all going to come off. Then what we're going to do is as well, we're opting to go this where we're going to strip out the drivetrain from the car. So we're going to take out engine gearbox. Okay, let's call it from the radiator. So your radiator, your engine gearbox, obviously your piping and stuff will come through it. We're going to leave the prop in. We're going to pull all the hanging parts off from the vehicle. So your water bottles will all come out, your coolers, your coil brackets will come out, your brake booster is going to come out. The fuse box, we're going to loosen the fuse box up and move everything across so we can get into the corners properly. Your bonnet brackets, the shields, everything, all of that is going to come off. Headlights will come off, and the locking mechanisms as well for the bonnet. Your aircon pipes. Basically, we're going to strip out this engine bay as far as we can without restoring the car as such, or restoring the engine bay as such. But the reason we're doing that is just so that we can give it a proper spray job and get into the corners that a blowover paddles will get into. So like behind here, for example, if you look at the vehicles now, you'll see that there's a whole lot of overspray everywhere that you go. You can see the blend in between the old paint and the new paint. Never mind the color change, that's wrong. But you can see the blend in there. All of that is going to change. And then we're just going to come back to the fun number, and because it's got layers of paint on it, we're going to basically get this here down to metal, just so we can get the fun number exposed a bit more, and then give it its color from there. So the guy's currently at the Ratical shop now. We're going to prep it up now with the engine out, where the front suspension is going to come out as well. So it's easier, before I get to the body shop, it's easier for us to pull motor gearbox with the front suspension out and drop them as to lifting it up from the engine bay. Yes, it can be done like that, but what's going to happen is the minute we start putting motor back in, we're going to either damage or scratch somewhere along the cradle side. Right? It's how it is because of the dimensions of the motor. So we opted to drop everything down from the bottom. This is the startup video quickly of it. We're going to get the car onto the lift and start prepping it up. So the next video that you guys will see is basically once we do a paint strip on the vehicle. We're going to do a manual paint strip on it firstly, and not a blast or anything of the sort. We'll do a manual paint strip on it, and we'll try and get it down to the primer level. From a primer level, we'll do checks on the vehicle, and then we'll start prepping up for paint. So this here is an OEJ car. It's an EVO 2, right? So it's actually a very nice car. Let's get this car going. Let's get it prepped. I'm just gonna take the camera off quickly. We're just gonna go through the imperfections that we're seeing on the vehicle and the reason for why we opted to go for a paint change, right? So let's just go through it quickly, and then I'll show you guys. Okay, so if you start off on this car, right, you'll see here on the bumper there's marks. I don't think the camera is gonna pick it up, but you'll see there's marks all over the show here that we need to get sorted out. The sealer on the side here is not the correct sealer. This is what I was talking about. So you'll have a look at fresh paint here. Firstly, I need to see what's going on with the sealer. So you look at the fresh paint here, and then you come here, which looks like dust, but it's not actually dust. This is the old paint, and that's the reason we're choosing to move everything across and then paint the car properly in the front. So it just has a nice universal, a nice not universal, it has a nice consistent color change to it. So your brake booster is going to come out, and we're most likely going to opt to go for another brake booster. We're going to passivate this brake booster or powder coated black. A lot of these guys we're going to change now. This is what I was talking to you about. Look at the oversprays here. So this is generally what happens with regards to a blowover, and it's something that we want to try and eliminate and get rid of. And you'll see along here. So what I'm going to do is, okay, this side is still not too bad, but like here, all of these guys here, this piping here, we can obviously get it cleaned up, but that's the reason why we're stripping out. Then if you look along the side here, I couldn't say anything about it, but there's a lot of marks, like prep marks and burn marks into the paint, if you can see here. So you'll see along the edges here, there's a lot of burn marks into the paint. That's one of the reasons we want to go for blowover. So if you can have a look at that line there, that's called a burn mark, and that cannot be polished out further because it looks like it's down to the paint. So if you look at the bonnet and the roof, there's dents everywhere on this roof, and you'll actually see, if I take my hand away here, there's waves all over the sunroof lid, but it looks like it was here that I felt it. There's rust here somewhere, or there's something happening here that I would like to get this guy paint strip properly and see first what's going on under the paint here. Then there is rust on the roof somewhere. I'm just trying to figure out where did I see that rust. There's rust on the lid here somewhere, so I don't think the camera is going to pick it up, but I think you can see the bowels there. So that's a reaction that's happening with the paint currently. Then it's basically just cleaning up the car as nice as possible. So I don't know if I'm gonna try and, yeah, here you can see. So if you can have a look at the burn marks here, yeah, these are called burn marks as they're polishing the cars now, right? We want to try and get that out and get that back to color. So one of the major reasons we're doing a blowover on the car is because the color is wrong on the vehicle, but these are also the things that we would like to see. This is the burn mark. This is also a reason, one of the reasons that we'd like to get the car resprayed and prepped properly. You'll see there's like waves all over. If you look at this lid, the sunroof lid, there's waves wherever you go, right? And that's one thing that we need to tackle and get sorted out properly. And then obviously just get the set cleaned up. So what we're going to try and do is, yeah, obviously your windows are going to come out, your bearings are going to come out, so the car will get painted. But before we assemble, we'll do a proper polish on the vehicle so we don't incur all these marks here. This is basically where it's been flattened on. It's either it's been flattened on and it couldn't be polished again, or they've burnt into the paint where there's inconsistency on the paint. So if you look at the car is a pretty car. It looks pretty from far. It's not, we're being very critical here on what we're saying, but it is an EVO 2, so I think we have to be critical. I want to get that seen to there. And then another thing is, we'll see here, there's like dust spots wherever you go. Okay, these are marks here, but the camera's not picking it up. Okay, there you can see it. So there's dust spots wherever you go on the vehicle, right? And that's what we want to try and eliminate. And then we just want to get the kit mounted on properly. You'll see there's spots everywhere you go here. This is not dust on top, it's dust layers that need to be cut in. But that's what we're going to get seen to and tackled. So I'm going to try as far as possible to get like these areas here. I'm going to pay more attention to these areas here and get them looking good. Then also another thing is the kit has to come off, because this rubber is supposed to be black here, and you can see there's paint over this rubber. So, and look at there's cracks on the kit as well. And if you look at the paint on the kit, there's blotches and bubbles everywhere you go. So get the kit lined up nicely. The guides are broken here, so get these guides fixed up. I guarantee you there's Sikaflex, or there's some sort of sealer that they use on top under there just to get this guide to stick. So we want to get the guides repaired properly put them on. I've actually got a nice way of repairing the guides. Found that out yesterday, and I will share that with you guys very soon. But yeah guys, so anyway, this here is the EVO 2 that we're going to be busy with. Stay tuned for the updates on the car, and I hope you guys enjoy. Hey guys, that's it for this episode here. Again, you guys know what to do: like, subscribe, share, and I hope you guys enjoy the episode and enjoy this blowover. It's not a ball, it's not a resto, it's a basic blowover, but let's try and do it different, and let's try and do it properly. Cheers guys.